Hi, I'm Helen Johnson, an engineer at DomainTools, and I would like to share with you how SPF and analytics codes can be helpful in an investigation. We'll have a look at where to find this data in the pivot engine and what it can tell us. So we'll start with AdSense. This is a unique value to a particular Google account for traffic tracking purposes. If a threat actor performs a screen scrape of a site that they want to spoof, the threat actor may just leave it in place or not realize it's there. This is one more potential commonality which would become a pivotable value. Next, we have Alexa. An Alexa ranking is a metric that will rank websites in order of popularity over the period of the previous 3 months, usually stopping at the first million. In the event a website has a ranking in the thousands, for example, this is seen as a directional indicator. This can be helpful in determining if a particular domain is fielding a lot of traffic, which could indicate an active campaign. Moving on to Google Analytics, which is a unique tracking code that's embedded in a website using JavaScript. If a domain has been spoofed and had their website screen scraped for content, this value would become a guided pivot, assuming the code and its accompanying JavaScript were left intact. Then we have the website response. DomainTools will query the Apex level domain on port 80, and where available, the response is reported. Some of the more common responses include a 200, a 404, or a 500 in this column. We have redirects. If there is a redirecting domain, it's reported in this column. This can be indicative of a phishing campaign in the case of a credential or a PII harvesting campaign. Next to that is the redirect domain, and this field denotes the domain of that redirect. Again, citing that phishing example, an investigator can readily see if a spoof domain is redirecting to a legitimate domain. Then we have MX information. You can easily search by MX records directly from the search box at the top of Iris. You can also pivot on MX data to find related infrastructure simply by scrolling to the mail server types for each domain in the pivot engine. Finally, we have the SPF information. This is short for Sender Policy Framework. SPF is an email authentication protocol that allows the owner of a domain to specify which mail servers they use to send mail from that domain. During an SPF check, email providers can verify the legitimacy of the sending domain based on the IP addresses that are authorized within the record. If the SPF authentication fails, however, this could be a sign that the domain lacks legitimacy. And here we are at the end. For more information on how you can gain access to Iris, please contact sales@DomainTools.com. Happy hunting!